YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome back to Champion Horse Racing. We're going to hop right into seeing where all of our horses are because we won our second live event to grade 1, I believe, in the last part. So that was really exciting because it's extremely hard to win live events in this game. King de Oro, as you can see, he's 40% of the way there to breeding, so I need to get him 3 more wins in live events. Yeah, it was the Arrowfield Stud Stakes that he ended up winning. So, Mr. King, what are you looking like here? Your conditioning is at 91, fatigue. Let's feed him loosely. That would take his fatigue down to 10. Could do apple vinegar. Probably feed him, give him some apple vinegar, which will drop his fatigue from 26% down to 0. And now that means he's pretty much ready to go. So we're going to go hop into a seasonal race. Actually need to see 1,800 to 2,400 meters, and he's best on clockwise. So, let's see, that's clockwise. To grade 2, 1,900 meters. Post time in 8 minutes. I guess we'll do that for him. Quite the fee, but hopefully we can get the win. So we'll set him up in a grade 2 to live events. We'll probably be against a couple other players. Let's move on to the next horse, Conduit. Conduit is still spelling. Okay. So actually, let me go ahead and fast forward a month. So Conduit. Don't think we have a live event to win with him, and there he is right there. 1,400 to 2,400 meters. He needs some conditioning, though, so actually we need to train him quite a bit. We'll do a turf barrier trial. And there's Conduit right there, but do that to raise his conditioning up to 88%. You always want that. And feed him carrot. Drop his fatigue down from 24 to 9%. And here we have Rattan Kane. Show you guys what he looks like. There he is right there, middle of your screen. Rattan Kane, 4-year-old colt. And he's actually ready to go. Fatigue, we'll go ahead and just feed him carrot. Drop him down to 0. His weight still looks good. So 1,200 to 2,200 meters. We're going to go ahead and throw him in a live event. And I guess we'll be racing him in the Shatin Stewards Cup. Or the Stewards Cup at Shatin. All right, so some pretty big races. Now, Rattan Kane has not won a live event yet, so we'll be trying to get that done with him. Here we have our filly, Amora Jewel. She's 3 years old, a little bit light on the weight, so we're going to have to do some training to get her to her ideal weight target. And you can see a lot of her grades are C's and D's, but that's because I still haven't maxed her out, not even close. So I still have to do a lot of training with her. So, as far as training, you can really do whatever you want. I like the barrier trials depending on the conditioning. Dirt gallop or turf gallop is always nice as well. I'm going to go ahead and do a turf gallop. And we'll do a pair with enhanced. Because, again, we want to try to get her stats maxed out. And there she is with the pink blinkers on, white shadow roll, white bandages. So ideally, I would say you want to max your horses out first as they're younger. And then that'll give you a lot of flexibility of figuring out what to do with their races once they're older. So I'm going to go ahead and feed her carrot, raise her weight by another 5 points. Drop her fatigue a little bit so she won't be racing. And then Bright Fun. Newest colt actually just moved over here from the farm. He's a 6-star colt, 2 years and 3 months of age, 91 rated already, still a little bit light on the weight, has a long way to go with his conditioning. I'm going to go ahead and put him on the turf barrier trial as well. And there he is with the jockey with the green cap, pink silks. So, yeah, we have a long way to go, but, I mean, we just moved him over. He just got on track. So, we'll go ahead and go ahead and feed him a carrot. Again, continue to try to raise his weight a little bit. Usually, if it's on lights like you see right here, that's not terrible, but ideally you want them to be in the good range. So I believe we're good with everybody. King de Oro will be racing in 4 minutes, Rattan Kane in 11. So in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and fast forward another month. And actually, let's go to the farm and look to see what maidens we have here. Got some things to upgrade. Got that. I'll do that later. But we look at our maidens here. We have a lot of 3-star rarity horses. Let's go ahead and change the priority. And now you see we have 2 6-star horses, Ambitious Tiger, Cheerful Bubbles. Those are 2 colts. And then we have Damon Princess, 5-star filly, and another 5-star filly down here, Batlel. I'm saving those 2 gals. I might move one of them over pretty soon. These 6-star colts, though, I would like to still keep their geldings as well. In fact, all of the boys here are geldings. So once you move them over, yeah, you know what happens there. So, yeah, I don't want to move these horses over yet because I want to figure out what we have with these current 5. I feel like I'm a lot better if I'm only focusing, again, on a couple of horses in this game as opposed to trying to manage 8. So only 1 filly. We'll see how she continues to develop. We're getting higher rated horses as far as our performances. A little bit up and down, but getting to where we need to for the most part. King de Oro will be up in 3 minutes. So let me go to Conduit. What are you looking like? Okay, you are maxed out for the most part on stats. You need to train a little bit. We can do a dirt barrier trial. We'll do a pair gallop, which will get him up to 98% conditioning, which now means to get him ready for a race, go ahead and feed him an apple vinegar as well. See, his weight is good. Text says blue with the weight, and the word says good in parentheses. That's ideally where you want your horse to be in this game. So we'll set him up for a regional race, 14 to 2,400 meters. If he can get one. It's a grade 2 long champ in about 12 minutes. Give or take. No, that's a little bit long. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to toss him in a regional race against the AI. And we'll actually go ahead and watch this. See how he does. Continue to level him up to field of 8. And we have post position, looks like 5. We're off and running here. We'll go ahead and skip to the last 400 meters. And here we are. Middle of the track. Blue blinkers. Blue reins with the pink silks. We're currently in first, but we have some challenging competition from the 3-horse Hidden Ace. Hidden Ace trying to rally, not quite doing it. Here's a late surge from the 6-horse Sincere something. And it looks like that horse is just going to poke a nose in front and just get there in time. So it was a good effort from Conduit, but just lost in the end there to Sincere Way. Hidden Essence finished in 3rd to round off the trifecta. So decent race, and he goes up in rating. I figured he would. If he would have finished in 3rd or worse, then maybe that would have been different. 2nd in that grade 3 there for Conduit, but still has a little bit more work to do. I think that's a race we got to be able to win. King de Oro, less than 55 seconds now for this grade 2 Hill Stakes, and quite a stacked field. We have some horses here rated 128, 127. King de Oro comes in at 123 though, which is good. We're facing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, sorry about that. 6 other human players. Yeah, and King de Oro comes in rated A for the turf. These other players have their horses rated at A+, and some B+ as well. So we might actually have an okay chance here today with King de Oro. In fact, what are our odds? 6.3, okay. Not the lowest. We're not the lowest out of the human players. We're actually expected to hopefully beat 1, 2, 3, at least 4 of them. So we have a chance to finish in the money in this race with King de Oro, as we should. Did not mean to exit out of that. But it's pretty much post time and gate time anyways. There is the King. See how he does in this grade 2 Hill Stakes. Full field of 16, and we are off and running in the grade 2 Hill Stakes. King de Oro, I think he's going to settle in more towards the back. I don't think he runs as a preceder anymore. He'll settle in mid-pack towards the back and then try to save his energy for a really strong last-minute surge in the end there. So, yeah, I used to watch these races all the way through. Nothing really happens as soon as you come out of the gate for like the first 200 to 400 meters. So usually I'll just skip to the last 400 meters and down the stretch we come. Now, King de Oro, we're right here if you see kind of those rings where I'm tapping. And look at this drive from the King. There he is right there, Pink Silks. Look at our boy chasing the 4-horse. A live player, don't know the name, King de Oro. Look at him drive. Furlong left to go in the Grade 2 Hill Stakes. And King de Oro just going to fall short. Awesome drive and deep stretch there, though. Cannot quite catch the 4-horse, but the King absolutely leaves the rest of the field behind in his attempt to grab first place. Again, don't know what that name is, but John V was the jockey to ride the 4-horse to victory. But a great effort from King de Oro. And that should bump his rating up. It doesn't, actually. It does virtually nothing for him, but just send his fatigue up to 50%. And I get a little bit of gold, but that's about it. A rating boost would have been nice. I think that could have and should have been the case, but they decided otherwise. Our last live race will be in 5 minutes. Ratan Kane will be in the Grade 1 Stewards Cup, taking place in Shatin. So we'll see how he does there. Oh, King, bro. So close. Great run, but not quite enough. We'll feed him some muesli. And that's 40% to breeding. I got to win 3 more live events. How old is he? Only 5 years. Still has quite some time on him, so still a chance to get him ready for breeding before I have to retire him. Can't do it. You're good. Ratan Kane, you'll be up soon. Amora Jewel, I really just want to continue to train you as much as I can. You're 3 years old. Be good to get you in another race to see if we can get your momentum going, but it doesn't look like any of these training sessions are going to benefit her conditioning. Does she need to go on a spell? Yeah, she's a little bit light on the weight, so spelling is probably the best thing to do, unless I can do something else to increase her weight without a spell, but yeah, everything else is going to drop her weight, so we're going to have to put her on a spell. She's taking a little bit longer, but she is a late growth type, late maturity, so she'll be fine, I believe. Bright Fun still trying to get this guy's weight up as well. May have to put him on a spell too, because this conditioning is still quite a ways off and he's light. So yeah, I'm going to have to spell both of these horses. All right, well, we'll fast forward to the next month, and 2 horses are on spell. Ratan Kane will be up. You see in the top left hand corner, 3 minutes, 40 seconds and counting for the Grade 1 Stewards Cup. Conduit here. Conduit, actually, we could get geared up for a race. His conditioning is great. Go ahead and feed him muesli, drop his fatigue down to basically 1%. His weight is good. He would really be ideal for a live event. Grade 2 lawn champ at 2,400 meters. Maybe I should put him in that race. Let's see. You know what? Yes, we will. It's a really good one, and he's in good shape. So I want to see if he can try to take advantage of maybe getting a win. So we'll actually have 2 more races here. And yeah, we'll see how our boys end up doing. So King de Oro could train you. Dirt barrier trial. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. His weight will drop a little bit, but his conditioning will put him back up. His counterclockwise and dirt rating will also improve. So he's much better on counterclockwise tracks than he is clockwise. And yeah, I don't know what his dirt rating is. I wonder if he is a dirt horse, and I just have not figured it out because I haven't bothered to train him in dirt. See, his dirt rating is still only E, so quite curious about that. But actually, we need to go ahead and feed him muesli there, drop his fatigue down. Conduit will be up in a couple of minutes. Ratan Kane is in the post parade for the Grade 1. We'll get to that soon. Moradrill still spelling, and so is Bright Funds. We'll go ahead and fast forward now to August. And now we have 3 horses we can work with. King de Oro. Ideally want to continue to try to drop his weight. So I'm just going to feed him Muesli again. No race, though. We'll look at Amora Jewel. She is finally back from her spell, so we're going to try to get her on a really good training program to figure out more things about her. Don't know if I want to do the dirt barrier trial or the turf hill trial. Or excuse me, or the dirt barrier or the turf barrier trial. Probably the turf, just to be safe. Do the turf barrier trial here, because the turf gallop, it's good for certain categories, but more will be unlocked if we do this trial. So we'll do that for her. Muesli to drop her fatigue, and Bright Fun will be doing the same for you. Put you on a turf barrier trial. Actually, we'll do dirt for you since we don't know your dirt rating at all, because who knows, maybe he's a dirt horse. But probably turf horse. Feed you Muesli. All right, Stewart's Cup will be up. So it's a lot of training with the two youngest ones, Bright Fun and Amora Jewel. A lot of training, not going to be too much racing. And I've noticed that in this game. It takes me up until about halfway through the 3-year-old seasons that I have finally figured out all of their stats, and I can have a better idea of what races to put them in. But prior to that, it takes quite a bit of time. More time than you'd expect. So let's go to the parade ring and let's see. It is a field. Sorry, I don't know why I keep doing that. Field of 14, a couple of other human players in here. Let's see, where are we sitting at? Rattan Kane draws 5, number 10, and our odds are not looking good compared to the rest of the field and the other live event players. So apparently, it might be a little bit outclassed in this race. Yeah, it might be a little bit outclassed. Rattan Kane comes in A- though, but see how he does. It's the Grade 1 Stewart's Cup here in Shatin with Rattan Kane. And we are off and racing. I think Rattan, I don't know if he's a proceeder. I don't think he is. I think he's kind of a mid-pack runner. He's going to settle in mid-pack right there. And go ahead and skip to the last 400 meters. So down the stretch we come. Rattan Kane still way back there. And now trying to make some progress. Can't tell if he was blocked or not. No, not blocked. He's moving through the field, but not at the rate I'd want him to. And I'd be surprised if we could get up to a top 5 finish. He's right here. And it's going to be 6th place. So pretty sure he fell behind. I actually beat 4 out of the other 7 human players. Kind of surprised about that. So just a really tough race, I think, for anybody to try to win that weren't in the top 4. I wonder what that'll do for his rating. Anything? His rating drops. Yeah, I guess they felt that was a race he should have done better. And 6th in a Grade 1 is not going to get us to breeding, unfortunately. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Well, we have our last race here, which will be... That's a beautiful horse there, number 1, not ours. Beautiful horse. I've never seen a horse like that in this game ever. Look at the difference. That is a really, really beautiful gray. Anyways, Conduit is here. Let's see how his odds are looking. 91 to 1. Why? Why? Must be like the wrong surface or the wrong direction. Why? Oh, C+. Oh, and it's wet conditions too. But granted, these other horses also don't have great ratings. Some of them don't. We come in here 110 with terrible, terrible odds. And our wet rating is no worse than most of the field. So that's really confusing. I mean, out of our last 10 races, we won 2. Also had 2 places as well, but why are they 91 to 1? I don't understand that. I really don't. Check back with him in a second. I want to see if there's anything I can do for you guys here. No, you're good. You're about to race. I think I could feed you. Actually, Rattan Morajul. Nothing to do for you and you. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea why they've rated us 91 to 1. That's look at, it's insane. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to bet on myself because I never get these type of odds. So if we end up somehow winning, we will be paid. Well, we're up here in the grade 2. I forgot the name of the race because I can't believe we're 91-1. But regardless, we're off and racing. We're down there at the rail, green cap. We'll settle in towards the back, as always. And let's go ahead and skip to the last 400 meters. So let's see where we're at. We're all the way back there. Wow. Yeah, long shot odds are right. Look at this horse out in front. Absolutely beautiful. The white tail and the white hair. Yeah, we're not even gonna finish on screen. Whoever this guy is, this human player, absolutely blows the rest of the field away. Unbelievable. Not even close. And we actually finished in last place. Wow. I've never seen that animation where the jockey will actually kind of pull up on the whip because they're so far ahead. Mirko D got the win there. And with Conduit, we literally finished in last place. Wow. And he drops 4 rating points. That stinks, man. If he can't win a grade 2 live event. And granted, like, Conduit... counterclockwise and clockwise ratings are both the same, so he can run on a track going either way. Sure, his wet rating isn't great, but to have such long shot odds. See, King de Oro is 88 speed, 75 stamina, 83 speed, 80 speed. Conduit's not even that slow, and he has better stamina than King de Oro. He's in his prime. It's a little bit confusing to me. I do not understand. But that's going to do it here for today. Appreciate a lot of support. I wanted to get this video out. I have a couple Gallop Racer 2003 episodes that'll be on the way this week. Making a lot of good progress, having a lot of fun in that game. So that'll be what you guys end up seeing next. Thank you so much for love and support. Until next time, Horse Racing Gamer signing out. Leave a great invitation today. I'll see you later. And goodbye.